You can expect CSI's storylines and special effects to give you goosebumps. But Thursday's episode left a lot of us with something new, a lump in the throat. As I found out on the set, it was all because of William Peterson.
You're late.
On last night's episode of CSI, recurring character Lady Heather was literally at the end of her rope. Her life had fallen apart, so she set the stage for her own murder.
It's gonna be all right.
She survived, but an early draft of the script still ended with Heather in despair. Star William Peterson, who is also a co-executive producer on the show, had other ideas. What didn't you like about the original episode you were handed about what happens to her?
Well, you know, we play a lot with tone in this show, and something can be a noirish ending that leaves things sort of unresolved and weird, and we do that quite a bit, and sometimes it's nice to have some sort of emotional resolution.
Can you tell if she's ever given birth?
Lady Heather's daughter had died in a previous episode, but CSI's writers had Grissom track down Heather's granddaughter.
I didn't ask you to save me.
I know. What am I supposed to do? I'm your friend. Besides, there's someone I want you to meet.
When Heather met the little girl for the first time, it was not only a surprisingly tender CSI moment, it gave Lady Heather something to live for.
In true CSI form, the show could have ended in a very dark place. She couldn't be any lower in the set, you know, as we saw. She could not. She's an absolute broken spirit to do what she's doing. The fact that Grissom convinces her ex-husband to allow Heather to meet her granddaughter is the one thing that can let her move on. So I think that's very satisfying to the audience.
And I think in this case it was important for us to have some, you know, sort of tangential thing that Grissom and Heather share, some purpose beyond just their interest in each other.
I feel exposed. The last time you saw me,
You had just lost your daughter.
Grissom obviously has tender feelings toward Heather, but before this season, he never had to deal with those feelings with girlfriend Sarah watching.
I'll be done in a minute.
Well, nobody ever thought Grissom had any interest in women whatsoever. And now he's got two that he's got to deal with.
Right. He's got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's how I figure. But no, I mean, you know, it's always awkward when you have feelings, deep feelings, for more than one other member of the opposite sex. You know, there's no science to that, which is why Grissom sort of tries to stay away from relationships, because it's very confusing for him.
Now, next week's season finale promises a major shift in Grissom and Sarah's relationship. We'll talk to the cast about that next week.